Hey, welcome back to MobilityWOD. Today we are at the Oakland Airport, and Carl Powley, super gymnast, and I, Carl, are heading to Las Vegas to do some coaching this weekend. We're going to show you in a little bit about how to survive the airplane, and more specifically how to survive the airplane seat. But you'll notice that I'm kind of rocking back and forth because as we're here at the airport, we ran into this funny kid that you may know, Chris Spealer, Uber star. He was describing some adductor tightness. We were just working on opening his hip up here at the airport because that's what friends do. And so I'm just taking my heel, and don't worry about this. This is actually a technical term called mashing, and I'm mashing his adductors with my heel. I'm not saying you should do this, but don't worry, ladies. I mean, you know, all his business is going all the way down to this knee. I'm not on this knee, so don't worry. But Chris Spealer's here, and what we're going to do is introduce a program today called Celebrity GOAT, where we're going to take your favorite high-performance athletes, and we're going to find out where they're tight. Chris, I'm going to hand this over. Thanks, buddy. Chris tends to get tight in the front of the hips. He always describes that, you know, we're always working on a little bit of his overextension. If you see Chris in the final deadlift WOD at the games in the Crucible, Chris does a really good job of getting set. He really manages his extension, his position. It's really the kind of the ideal model of a guy who runs up, gets organized, and then is able to generate a lot more force than if he rushes the position and loses his back. But he's always a little bit tight here, so we're going to give you two pieces today. We're going to go 5 minutes, kind of each side, 2.5 minutes a leg, 2 exercises, 2 legs, right? Can you see how that would equal 10 total minutes? So watch this. Here's the chair. We're going to go back to the couch stretch. So Chris, let's get Chris into this corner. Knee goes all the way to the corner. There's always a chair in an airport. Wind up as far as you can. And here's the deal. I really want to try to be pelvis neutral here. So I'm going to try to be pelvis neutral, squeeze the butt in the back, and you're going to, you know, you guys should know this before. This is called the couch stretch or the super quad. What are we really mobilizing from the hip? But today with Chris, we're going to go a little bit further over. So I'm going to really have him put his head up, and he's going to bias over to the side. What we're going to do is end up catching some of the tissues at the hip all the way over. So he's winding up, squeezing his butt, pressing over, and he feels probably an intense tearing, pulling sensation through the front of the hip. So we're biasing this position, belly is tight and organized, and we're just going to wind up that corner and always be looking for a way to tie in. And this day, it's a little bit of variation on the theme because we're going to tie in some of this upper musculature from the hip as he opens that piece up. So let's go 2.5 minutes on that side, right? We'll switch legs, kind of explore that, and then check this out. See how uncomfortable Chris was? 100 pull-ups, he was grimacing, he was making that pain face. This is called reverse ballerina. So Chris is going to put his leg up, and he's in some pretty serious internal rotation here. But what we like about this is it allows him to still maintain neutral, belly is tight. I'm going to have him turn away from that leg. And just, you can even block the leg, but he's just going to turn away and go hunting for adductor's butt and kind of go kind of exploring in that direction. Give that a try, Chris.
I'm shorter than you are, Kelly.
Oh, come on. So, hey, look, there's a trash can there, so let's go to that one. So same thing, Chris is going to throw his leg up there.
It's clean.
It's clean, reverse ballerina. And the key is that he's in this position with the foot up. And then he's just going to rotate around, and remember the concept of informed freestyling. Chris is going hunting and looking. Can you do the contract relax here? He drives his knee into the trash can. What is he working on here? He's working on contracting maybe the distal medial fibers of the pectineus. Maybe he catches some of that sartorius. No, he's not. What's he working on? He's working on this movement in this position, which is opening up the hip, you know, making sure that he's got enough range in those adductors as they relate. So our retest today is going to be squatting. I want you to explore that squat after you kind of do this position. If you see this guy in the airport and he's doing this reverse ballerina, we'll just call this the Chris Spealer from now on. How's that? Great, guys. See you tomorrow.